Colts by O'Reilly, and also a filly out of an O'Reilly mare were some of the highlights on the support card across New Zealand yesterday. First stop, Secret Allure. She's 3 or 4 back on the fence here and still aiming for the 1,000 guineas after this run. She just botched the start a wee bit, which put her where she is now.
Yeah, Fielding Hotel, the benchmark 72. Lee Somerville, Ciroc, his horse sets up shop at the front of the field from his new base at Hastings, so good to see him underway there. Secret Allure, I think she's okay going forward. It's a bit of an ask to see her being competitive in 1,000 guineas, but she's racing well.
Oh, and it's a strong 1,000 guineas.
Yeah.
I mean, there's some good horses in the Expression and Melt and the like. But
The winner's quite rated here.
yeah, look, and also first race of the day on the fence is so often advantageous to you. But she was good enough there, and look, she deserves her shot. If you don't go to the 1,000 guineas, you don't get a chance of getting
Group 1, isn't
the
it?
broodmare bonus, which lasts for 10 or 15 years or can last for the family forever. So she deserves to go to Rickett, and she'll suit the big track. She finds the line nice and hard.
You've got a wee soft spot for her because I bred the mother. Meanwhile, at Tauranga...
But she had Ombre Rose.
No, she's out of a sister to Ombre Rose,
Oh.
Secret Scent. Meanwhile, at Tauranga is what I was going to say. Speaking of O'Reilly, 2 lovely O'Reilly colts in the first couple of races that had us sort of all eyes on early. The first one was a horse that we've become familiar with over the spring, racing in a much higher level than this.
This was the market smash of the day. Open 2.9. Bruce will talk in a second about the horse in the trail, a horse you know well, because it was the horse who skewered the market to each of 2.9. Cavallo de Veloce, who was very fresh here, and they wanted cover, and they got that cover here, closed $1.70.
Big go.
That's a big old go at the office.
Stakes placed at Hastings during the carnival there, and then he tangled in a fierce speed duel in the Hawke's Bay Guineas, so that the run when he was 8th that day was better than it looked at first glance. So back from a Group 2 to a maiden, he was well placed. That Hawke's Bay Sacred Falls Guineas, that's now produced 5 winners. Cavallo Veloce, King Louis, Sword of Osman, Sir Nate, Princess Amelia. So it's really working out to be a good form race.
What
Really good
to the
run.
sacred horse here? Simply sacred. It just seemed
Just
to
a bit plain. Might be needing further. She had a chance. The run of the race is probably Hetty on debut, the Pentire filly, dashing home out wide.
That's good.
In the Frampton colours. Really good to run the winner to 3/4 of a length. And even the third horse, Donna Imelda, in the Waikato stud colours, it's pretty good off a 3-wide trip throughout.
But the winner and Langkawi, so Peter Mackay's got 2. He'll try and keep them separate from each other, as he was saying after the race. Next race up, we're talking about the O'Reillys. I've had a good day at the office for the old late O'Reilly. And tell us about Sacred Accord, Bruce.
Yeah, he was actually sold after an impressive barrier trial, but never came to fruition. So he's racing. He travels like a nice horse. He's a big, strong galloper. Perhaps a firmer track will be more helpful for him. Gets into a nice rhythm. He's heading towards a Karaka Mile, all going well, but obviously a lot of water to go under the bridge between now and then. There is a couple of good runs here. Laura Mia in the colours and the green colours jumped away okay, but just kept getting shuffled back. It's now second to last. That's a really good run, so it can be winning with better luck in running. Our Craftsman just ran a little flat first up. His first up run in the white colours with the red cap. He was one of the runs of the day at Te Arawa, but second up 1,200 metres, he just might have run a bit one-paced and flat. And obviously, Yamuna in the Chris Wood colours out wide, very good from last. But
So, Bruce, you mentioned Karaka Mile, which is obviously a fair way away. A horse like this is the long-term plan. You go to Walla in Sydney or you go to Hong Kong. Is that where they eventually end up?
a horse like this, given that he's been gelded, would normally be a trade horse, so you're looking at Hong Kong for... There was just some ridiculous money offered after his trial, but he's pretty good.